Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Johnny, and this is my 1971 M35A2 Kaiser Jeep, nicknamed Rambo, as appropriate. Had this vehicle for roughly a year and a half now. It's been amazing. It's a lot of fun to drive. Obviously, it gets a lot of looks and waves and thumbs up and so forth. A lot of people ask what it is. Is a deuce and a half, which originally started off with 2 axles in the rear. Now this is a conversion that was made by Boyce's Equipment up here in Ogden, Utah. This one was done locally for a gun store here in Salt Lake City, and it's transferred owners a few times. Okay, so what does Boyce's do for $25,000 start? Well, they obviously go through the whole vehicle and they recondition some parts, the engine, do some reseals and so forth. Now, as I mentioned, this vehicle originally had 2 axles in the back. They removed one of the axles, they shortened the frame, and then they utilized that military trailer to match up, giving it a much shorter wheelbase than the original double rear axle vehicle. This actually has a footprint of about 19.5 feet, which is roughly about the same as my 1968 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. So the vehicle is powered by a diesel 7.8 liter white multi-fuel engine. This was a military spec engine that can run on a multitude of different types of fuels. However, diesel is still the best practice for this vehicle. Engine runs really good. I have never had any issues with any type of breakdown or anything like that, and even, you know, after sitting in the winter months, it's always started right up. It's overall in really good condition. However, there's a couple little things. I mean, it is a surplus military vehicle. I'll just point out a little bit of surface rust on this front fender, as you can see. Wouldn't be hard at all just to grind that down. And then just, you know, a few various chips, another little area of some surface rust, some bubbling. Frame is really solid. There are a couple little leaks here and there with the engine. It's always been that way. I'm not gonna say it's completely dry. It dribbles a little bit of diesel fuel here and there and some oil. Now, when I bought the vehicle, I went and did an oil change on it, which required, I believe, 5 gallons of oil, and I also replaced the oil filters. That was quite the task, so that's been done. Tires are in good shape. They're a little older. You see a little bit of some aging on the sidewalls and so forth, but they're still in good condition. Here's the bed. Just pretty basic, nothing in there. The vehicle does have air brakes, and it stops just fine. It's by no means fast. In fact, it has a top speed, as indicated by the dash plaque, of 52 miles an hour. So everything pretty much works on this vehicle. I did replace the wiper blades not too long ago. The wiper blades are actually air powered, which is kind of unique. So inside here has original seating. This one folds down. It has the diamond plate on the back. I believe that's originally on some of the vehicles that had a turret up on this passenger side that would allow a soldier to stand on this seat and use the turret. All the original plaques and so forth are still in place. The vehicle is registered as a 1971 Jeep Kaiser M35A2. It's registered to me in the state of Utah. It's a clean title. As you can see here, hours on the engine is roughly 1,645, and miles is showing 16,244. So at one point, I added some insulation, some of that Dynamat that is on the floor, and then I added a little bit of all-purpose carpet on the floor and also the door panels. It's obviously an older vehicle. It's noisy, it's shaky inside, and so forth, but that actually did help quite a bit. All right, a little shot of the inside of the engine bay. So you can see those are the two large oil filters that I replaced, and then you have the fuel filters in the back over there. I did add these LED headlights. They also have the brights in them, which really changes the appearance of the front end, especially coming down the road. The windows are tinted, not the best job in the world, and I will note that this passenger side front has a little bit of crack down in the lower corner. You can get that replacement. Boyce's Equipment in Ogden, Utah sells that. I believe they're a couple $100. I just never did. So when I purchased the vehicle, there was no emergency brake, or some of the mechanisms were missing. It's just a hand brake right here that's cable actuated, and that's a new cable. And then it goes down into I bought some parts for it and made it work. However, I notice when it drives, you hear some chattering at road speeds, and it's actually the brake shoes on that drum hitting that drum slightly, and so it's giving it a chattering noise. If you pull up on this just a little bit halfway as you're driving, that noise goes away. I think it just needs to be adjusted properly by somebody that knows how to adjust it. Also a little side storage compartment there, and then on the other side is the gas tank and batteries. And I did replace one of the batteries last year. This rig is just a lot of fun. As I've just been sitting here in this church parking lot in the neighborhood, I've had two cars come by and ask, you know, hey, what the heck is that? Another person was taking photos. That's the type of you know, looks that you get, and compliments anytime you take this thing out. It's been a lot of fun. I've gone to a few little parades here and there. Of course, it's a real big hit. Like I said, it's very utilitarian. You got to have some big, strong muscles to steer it. It does not have power steering, and those are really big tires. So it's a workout, but it can be done, and it's a lot of fun, and they're just awesome rigs. Super reliable, very unique, and I've just basically had a lot of fun with it. It's been a year and a half. I'm a car guy. I have a few cars, and it's just time to let somebody else enjoy this one. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll just go for a little quick drive, and we'll call it good. Thanks, folks.